Hi, I'm Amanda Gatton, and I like to make miniatures, preferably spooky minis. I'd like to take you on a tour of one of my Little Paper World's DIY dollhouse accessory books and show you some of the exciting items you can create. At the time of this video, there are 7 books in the series, although more will be added. Each book contains paper cutouts and detailed instructions to create various 1/12 scale dollhouse accessories, dolls, and even furnishings. The book I want to share with you today is called Little Paper World's DIY Quirky, Vintage, and Antique Dollhouse Furnishings for 1/12 scale. With this book, there are actually quite a few more actual furnishings versus accessories, although there are both. Each furniture set in here then comes with accessories, so the scene can then be styled. Like some of my other creations, I was really thinking of my own childhood, plus things that could be actually used in the abandoned or haunted style dollhouses, which is what I love. Some of the items in here are repeats that are also in some of my other books, but I included them here because my thinking was that if you buy this particular book and make everything in it, you will almost have enough to furnish a whole dollhouse. First thing is a really cool fireplace. I have several fireplace kits available on my Etsy store. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with them. It kind of makes me giggle to make fireplaces out of paper because, well, that would possibly be the worst material to make a real one out of. But anyway, this Gothic fireplace is my favorite. It basically creates an entire wall of shelves along with the fireplace itself. Very unique looking and a great place to stage accessories and display weird artwork. Next is a cool kit that consists of an old-fashioned steamer trunk, along with basically random antique-ish sorts of accessories to either fill the trunk or scatter around a dollhouse attic. Just all kinds of randomness like old political memorabilia and tiny cigarettes. Hopefully, they're tucked away in a trunk going stale because we've all finally quit smoking by now. There's an antique camera, a bird cage, just all kinds of randomness. I love it. Then there is this quirky collection of musical instruments. These are pretty complex pieces, but as you can see, there are detailed instructions for everything. There's an old gramophone, a piano, trumpet, a guitar, and other accessories. Next set is the iconic leg lamp. Now this is a Christmas item, and I do actually have a Christmas book, which this is in. But assembled, this lamp just looks so cool with some of the other retro style things in this book that I included it here. You can even get a little bulb from Amazon and light this baby. I love it.
Hey Parker, what is that? Don't bother me now, sweet. You can't see I'm busy. Yeah, but what is that? It's a major award. A major award? Shucks, I wouldn't have known, Dad. It looks like a lamp. Well, it is a lamp, you nincompoop, but it's a major award. I won it. Damn hell, you say you won it? Yeah. Have mind power, sweet, mind power.
Next comes my arguably all-time favorite kit that I've ever designed. My Roseanne couch. Now, even if you never watched the TV show, you can probably instantly recognize this scene. But really, it is reminiscent of lots of 70s and 80s TV living rooms and literally all of our living rooms as kids. The next set is definitely more on the Gothic side and inspired by the Addams Family. It's a children's bedroom set with a coffin-shaped bed and shelf, and then the chair in which Mother sits to read to the children is an electric chair. I posted the finished chair on a Facebook group called Haunted Miniatures, and someone told me that I was a mental case and needed help. Next comes a collection of 80s and 90s VHS tapes and a VCR that the tapes can actually fit into. Each tape also has a sleeve that the assembled tapes can slide into too. This next kit contains a second steamer trunk and also a whole bunch of other various retro luggage. Reason for the repeat is simply because I was picturing movie attics from a bygone era all stacked with boxes and ominous looking trunks. This little thing is an old-fashioned Tommy gun that is hidden inside a violin case. Ridiculously unique dollhouse accessory. Also, a second guitar of a different style. This next set styles amazingly with the Roseanne couch. My thoughts in making this was for a cozy, spooky season horror night movie. There's an old tube floor model TV with interchangeable screens, so it can either be off or you can change what creepy movie is playing. I included Poltergeist because that is the movie that started me on the traumatized path to becoming the freaking weirdo I am today. Then you've got that iconic circa 1977 owl painting that every single person had hanging over their sofa up until like 1985 because it was like a federal law that you had to or something. And then you've got the iconic earth tone sheep velvet cushions and wooden armrest chair that smelled like motor oil and cigarettes and was also in every house of the 1980s. I still see these turning up in the Weird and Wonderful Finds Facebook group here and there, and people go gaga over them. So now you can make a miniature one out of paper and activate all your core memories, which may or may not be enjoyable. Next, we have a fun little homage to summer with a black grill and cookout set. This is the little propane tank for under the grill, a picnic basket, and then the pieces to create the grill. Dollhouse Bush Light, y'all! Is any summer scene complete without it? Next, we have an antique cash register with working cash drawer and an old-fashioned safe and stacks of USD money to fill them. They're pink on the reverse side just to help you see where to cut. If you have old bad eyes like mine, stuff like this can be hard to see. This is a little vintage pink toilet. Sort of like the fireplace, paper is such a funny thing to make this out of. Then a little wood-burning stove. If you notice these little stove legs that are inside dashed boxes, the reason for that is so that you can just cut out the boxes, glue them back to back, and then you only have to detail cut the piece once. It just cuts back a tiny bit of the amount of cutting you have to do. This next set is a very dreamy antique-style bedroom set complete with mattress and box springs. Then there are things like a teacup and a stained glass lamp and much more to accessorize the end tables. There are even tiny death head moths to flutter around the lamplight ball. Then there is a very fun antique style stove. I had one sort of like this in my childhood dollhouse, but it was blue and white. I wanted to get a little more whimsical in detail with the color and trim. But one thing to keep in mind is this nice thing about this being paper is that if you like the item but not the color, you could easily repaint it. Or you could use my cutouts to trace onto cardboard and actually build a cardboard piece. And finally, we end with a cute little rocking chair. If you saw anything in the video that you'd like me to create a video showing how it's made, let me know. I plan to start doing that now that I have shown you the book. I can start cutting it up. It's so weird to make books that I actually want you to hack to pieces. I'm an author of over 50 books that actually have stories that you read, so it's funny to me now that I'm sending out books that are meant to be cut up. Please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. If you make something I designed and want to show me, please do. I absolutely love when people show me their projects. You can tag me on YouTube or send me pics on socials. I will link the book in the description along with my Etsy store. Thanks for watching. See you soon.